Okay, time for a posture check before we start.
I know, ready to roll.
Oh, does your lower back ever hurt?
Yes, it's killing me right now. I think from, so much sitting during this pandemic, during quarantine.
Slouching over, putting our weight there. Absolutely.
Do you feel like yoga ever helps for your back?
For sure. I think there's a measurable difference in my back strength from when I'm practicing regularly versus not.
Yes.
And I notice myself slouching more and drawing my shoulders in when I'm practicing a lot. I definitely sit up taller. My shoulder blades, like lats, feel stronger.
I notice that too, and I think we forget just from sitting how tight our hips get. And I think I notice from yoga, all the hip openers that we do relieve so much pressure on my low back.
And we need that extension to counter the flexion.
Yes, and you can't forget about the core. I mean, I think so much of our day-to-day, like picking up my 1-year-old son, just bending over at home, sitting at a desk, just your day-to-day activities, it causes pressure on our low back. So the more that we can strengthen the core, the more that we can relieve all the brunt that the low back is taking from our day-to-day lives.
For sure. Half of your core strength is back strength, and half of your back strength is core strength. They're one and the same.
Hi, Bulldoggers. Welcome to our Bulldog Online YouTube channel. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Kelly.
And today we're gonna talk about how to use yoga for back pain. So a really important topic. I know a lot of us struggle with low back pain, and it's gonna be really interesting, really exciting to go through some of the benefits of yoga for back pain, and we'll do some poses a little bit later with our special guest, Allison. So thanks for joining us. This is our top yoga questions playlist here at the Bulldog Online YouTube channel.
The lower back is a sensitive spot for many people. While there could be a ton of causes of lower back pain, a weak core and poor posture from sitting all day are two really common contributing factors to lower back aches and discomfort. It's always important to figure out what's causing pain so you can address it head on and prevent it from happening again. But in most situations, doing some yoga can help relieve tightness and give your lower back some relief.
A lot of adults complain about back pain. Getting older definitely sucks, believe me, I know, right? Many things can actually cause back pain, but since you use so many back muscles for everyday activities, you're more likely to feel the back pain. Fortunately, yoga can be an effective way to ease back pain, so you don't have to deal with that back pain doing your daily activities. If you have a history of lower back injuries, problem with your discs, or experiencing pain that lasts more than 72 hours without improving, it's suggested that you see a physical therapist before doing any exercise, yoga, or other. However, if your lower back pain is more of a discomfort, then yoga could be a really beneficial tool to ease some of that lower back pain.
It's sad but true. Lower back pain is just a part of life for a lot of us. According to a recent press release from the American College of Physicians, this type of pain is one of the leading causes for doctor's visits in the US. Common lifestyle causes of this problem include too much time spent sitting at a desk, shortening our hip muscles, poor posture, stress, all factors that we're working to minimize here at Bulldog.
Yeah, and rather than prescription drugs, especially narcotics, the ACP is now recommending that patients suffering from acute lower back pain be treated with non-pharmaceutical therapies such as exercise, acupuncture, mindfulness-based stress reduction like meditation, which Kelly and I know well, and of course our personal favorite, yoga. Those doses of prescription drugs are a thing of the past. Doctors have confirmed the best path to healing is a more active, thoughtful one.
Dr. Lauren Elson, the medical editor of the Harvard Special Health Report, An Introduction to Yoga, says yoga helps strengthen and stretch back muscles that might be tight, which overall improves your mobility. Since yoga focuses on poses and slow stretching, different positions can be used to stretch and move the back and spine, bringing it into better alignment and easing pain that you might be experiencing. Poses can also stretch tight muscles and help work out any knots you have.
Naturally, patients who are suffering from chronic low back pain may ultimately find that their physicians prescribe something to ease the symptoms. But because of these new recommendations, most doctors will be moving away from opioids and narcotics.
One thing seems clear. Hitting the mat at Bulldog is one way to help relieve that pesky lower back pain. And if you haven't started experiencing these aches yet, you have all the more reason to start a regular practice now so you can increase your chances of avoiding becoming part of that statistic. Let's bring it to the mat with Allison. Allison is one of our most experienced yogis who has worked with many practitioners with back pain, both acute and chronic, through therapeutic yoga postures.
Hi Bulldoggers, welcome to the mat with us. I'm Brittany and we're here today with Allison. Allison taught our Yoga for Back Pain class, which was recently posted up on Bulldog Online, so I'm so excited she's here with us today. Allison has a lot of experience with yoga, especially yoga for back pain, so welcome, Allison.
Thank you so much, Brittany, and I'm so excited to be here with you and our Bulldog family.
Allison's gonna walk us through 5 poses that are really great to relieve lower back pain. So should we just get into it?
Yeah, let's do
it.
Hi friends, thanks so much for joining us. So these are just 5 quick poses that you can do to help clear your back. So if you're having any stress in the back, this is our sequence. You can even do this 3-4 times a day and it'll be really, really helpful. We'll start with all the poses on the right side, and whatever you do on the right side, you'll mirror it on the left. Enjoy. Okay, so go ahead, Brittany, draw your right knee into the chest. For knee to chest pose, you'll notice that her shoulders are down on the back. Her back of the skull is pressing into the mat. She's hugging the knee towards her chest. And then actually, the left leg is really important here. So go ahead and flex your toes towards your shin and do your best to keep the bottom of the left thigh as close to the mat as possible. Every inhale, the knee draws in towards the chest, and every exhale, the left hamstring roots down to the mat. Let's take 3 more breaths together. In through the nose and out through the nose. Deep breath in, pull your belly in, pull the ribs down towards the mat, and we'll take 1 more breath together. So here's our second pose. If you have a strap or a belt or a tie at home, you could totally use a strap. If you don't have a strap, we'll show it this way without the strap. Brittany will interlace her hands underneath her hamstring, and she'll press her leg straight up to the sky, and she'll draw the toes down towards her shin. So if you do have a strap, you can take the strap. So here's what we're doing on this side. You want to pull the toes towards your shin and then press that right hamstring away from you so that you're actually creating space from the lower right side of your belly and the top of your thigh. That's number 1. Number 2, let's pay attention to the left leg. Draw the toes back towards the shin and rotate the left inner thigh towards the mat. One of the things we're looking for to clear the back is to create as little space as possible from the lower back and the mat. So you'll want to pull the rib cage in, push the belly button down, and go ahead, push the strap away, or if you have your hands in the hamstring, pull the hamstring into your hands. Take 2 more breaths in. Exhale 1. Deep breath in. Exhale 2. And then 1 more time. Full breath in. Full breath out. Pose number 3. Britt, go ahead and take the strap in in your right hand and place your left hand on top of your left thigh, so that you can really create that engagement of the left thigh going down towards the mat. And then go ahead, start to open the right leg long and wide. So this is an extension here all the way down. In this hand to big toe pose, the left inner thigh rotates down. Toes on the right foot press back towards your shin. Press the strap away with your foot and pull the foot into the strap. So it's both. It's this pulling of the strap in, pressing of the strap away, and then pull your rib cage in here, pull in, navel down, and you'll notice that the space from the lower back to the mat minimizes just a bit. Your left leg is working as well. Don't forget about that. Fully engaged. Let's take 2 more breaths together. In through the nose and out through the nose. 1 more time. Full breath in. Full breath out. Excellent. Let's move to pose number 4. Take that leg straight up to the sky. You're going to switch out your hands. Create a lot of length through that right armpit down to your hip, and feel free to start to rotate on the side of your leg. So the left leg that's extended, your toes are still flexed towards your shin. You're engaging here, I want you to think from the right armpit all the way down to the right hip. You're lengthening this way as you press your foot into the strap, pull the toes back. So you're lengthening down your hip towards the front of your mat, and at the same time, from that right armpit, down to your hip and out through the entire sole of the right foot. So there's two kind of things going on. Long this way, stretching over the legs this way. Take 2 more breaths here. Shoulders stay down on the mat. Nice job, Britt. You're doing really great. Fantastic. And then go ahead, start to lift that leg straight up. So here's where I'd like you to slow down at home, friends. And now we're gonna move on to pose number 5. Before we do, keep that right leg nice and straight and just remove the strap. And then do your best to slowly lower your leg, really slowly. Once the leg lowers back down to the mat, one of the key things we can notice is the way that we release the back. So let's do one more pose to clear the back, eye of the needle. Go ahead and bend your left knee and bring the right foot across your thigh, making this figure 4, if you will, for eye of the needle. You can go ahead and thread your hands between your legs, right hand between your legs, left hand, cross, and right hand between your legs, left hand behind the hamstring. Flex both of your toes towards your shin, and maybe even use the right forearm to open that right inner thigh. Let's take 3 rounds of our breath. Big breath in. Exhale, 1. Good. Shoulders want to stay down on the mat. Body's really engaged, and at the same time, press the belly towards the ground. Lengthen your spine towards the front of your mat. So you're really 2 more breaths together. We'll get 5 in. Really lengthen your spine this way as the shoulders reach down into the ground. 1 more full breath. And then before we take the left side, mirroring what we just did on the right, draw both knees into your chest and give yourself a big squeeze. Maybe the forehead comes off, maybe it doesn't. Drawing that breath in through the nose and out. Feel free to slowly lower back down on your back. Keep your knees bent. Your feet will just go straight down to the mat. And just pause. Feel your body before you take the other side. I really hope these 5 sequences helps your back, relieve any pressure or pain that you're feeling. Have the best day, friends. Get Bulldog strong.